What is going on, everybody? Can you hear me? Allow. Let's see here. Go ahead and hit that like button when you come in, please. I appreciate it. Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. If not, I need to take this thing off. Oh, a little good. Olives. Devil is a liar. Ay, 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 ay. What's up? Can you guys hear me? Click that a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. What's up, Amaretta? Okay, great. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Come on in and hit that like button for me. I'm sitting in my backyard today. It's still hot. It's like 90 degrees. I'm eating some olives. I'm having a picnic. Yeah, there you go. I'm having a picnic, yes, out in my backyard. What is this? What's up, K Rich? I'm in my backyard. Somebody is whistling too, and I hear them whistling, and they need to quit whistling. I hear them. They're whistling. What's up, Mari Deanna? Princess is in the house. Thank you guys for being members. I love olives. Oh my goodness. You have to have the different ones. Actually, I got these from Sam's Club. And I was telling my daughter that I wanted some olives, but I didn't want just the regular black olives, but I wanted like the pitted ones, and I mean the one with the pits in it and different types. What's up, Jesse? Yeah, we're having a ponderosa up in here today. Did anybody see this Netflix special? Woo! It is wild. Or you can do AMSR. I call it smacking. What are you doing? Do you hear me smacking? I hope you don't hear me smacking. If you hear me smacking, some doggone good sound. Well, the thing about this Netflix special with the Menendez brothers is, I mean, we all know the outcome. We all knew what happened. We all know what they said happened and all that. But watching this Netflix special, and I binge watched it. I binge watched it like all last night. And then I had to watch earlier, today I watched the last end of episode 8 and 9. Hey, what's up, Kevin Moore? It was just, sometimes you just got to break away and just watch something and do something else. I was so addicted to the Menendez case when it first was happening. They had a connection. They had a connection to Fresno. They used to have a house here. They didn't mention that in the little series, Netflix series, but there was a house here that the Menendez used to own. It was in the Sunnyside area of Fresno. And I don't know how they actually, what the exact connection was, but yeah. They pay to hear it, huh? AMSR. Oh, on the mic, yeah. They have to pay me. Them people be getting off on that mess. They be wanting you to talk all deep and sexy in the mic. But yeah, but it is like 95 degrees here. Good thing I'm like under, I have some shade. But it is, I don't know. I thought it was supposed to start getting, you know, cooler. Leave you alone, Joe. But, it's still hot. At least it ain't 100 degrees. Y'all hit that like button for me. Am I still like on your phone? Because I'm like on my laptop. So I don't know. Are you looking at me on your phone so you can still double click? Double click it? Yeah, do that. I don't see that mic. Okay. I don't see that thing like going up. So I don't know what it's doing. Okay. But I remember when it first came out, and I remember I worked at Aetna Healthcare. I worked at Aetna for like 12, 13 years, I think 12 years. And I was going to college and working at Aetna, finishing up. And I remember sitting there in the mornings listening to the trial of the Menendez brothers. I was addicted. I had to listen to it every morning that it came on. I remember all the characters, that Dominique Dunn. But I finally got to figure out who the Dominique Dunn was. Does anybody know who Dominique Dunn is or was? He was a writer for Vanity Fair. He had a daughter who was strangled. She was an actress who was in movies like Poltergeist back in the 80s. And was Poltergeist in the 80s? I think it was. They're going to look over the fence. They better not look over the fence. They better keep it over there. And we looking over here. They lazy. They real nosy over here though. They real nosy, so they might look over the fence. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mind your business, Karen. Mind your business, baby. Go on now. She can't wait to get a package so she can knock on my door. Could you please come put this package in my house? I'll put it at your doorstep. I don't like to be trapped in y'all houses, though. I don't want none of that. But watching this Menendez stuff, I had my thought pattern even before I watched this special, Netflix special. In my mind, I had what I believe happened. Watching this, oh, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but their excuse for blowing the hell out of their parents was they was being essayed by the daddy and the mama. Now, it seemed like that came later on. That didn't quite come in the forefront of it all. I think they conjured that up. You can't live. Right. I remember his daughter's story, the curse of Poltergeist of Few died. Yeah. And I guess her boyfriend has strangled her right in front of her driveway. And she was like 22 or really young. And the boyfriend got off. He got off with like 3 years. And he went on to work at as a chef in Santa Monica. So it was like, and then, in his case too, I was abused and I was this. But you know what? I understand the abuse aspect with everyone, but that doesn't give you now the authority to go forth and start abusing other people just because you say you were abused. No, it don't work like that. A few years in prison. I thought they brought up that after a few years in prison. Oh, well, I don't know if it was a few years in prison. I don't think it was a few years in prison because it was pretty quickly that they came up. I know it was a little later, but I don't know if it was a few years. And the documentary didn't really if I can recall, it didn't really give a timeline of it. I think they tried to do the abuse, like hitting abuse in the beginning. And then when Dave Shapiro or Robert Shapiro was like, listen, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. And if that's the story y'all going with, I'm gone. I can't deal with you. I can't defend you. So they really started, I think they started reading a few books and reading a few cases. Oh yeah, he touched me. Yeah. Yes, the essay came after the trial verdict. Well, the first trial was a hung jury, but they were talking about the essay even before. The trial jury, as in if they were going to go to trial. Because listen, I'm not Pam the Law intellect. I've served on a few juries, but it was another document because there's been quite a few documentaries now. Hey, what's up, the Juice Radio and Talk Show? There's been a few documentaries. This one was a little bit more, in my opinion, it was a little bit more detailed. Now, I don't remember everything because, I binge watch. When you binge watch something, it's just coming and coming and coming. But I want to say it did come out a little bit later. But see, they were so stupid. They were writing escape plans while they were in prison. They were writing people to tell people what to say. Say my dad essayed you. Say my dad hit you. Either like cousins or family members or friends. These boys ain't too smart. They're really not. First of all, who go on a shopping spree as soon as your parents get blown away? Cars. I remember that whole deal because somebody I knew in Los Angeles worked for the courts, and they were like following the case. And I remember she would tell me, she worked somewhere in the DA's office, and she would tell me that, they are really looking at those boys. Because one time I asked her about it, I said, there was a connection of them boys to my city. I mean, I can't remember what that connection is, but they had a house here. I remember that the parents had a house here. But she was like, they're looking at the boys. They're really looking at the boys, but they don't have any hard, concrete evidence. So, what'd you say? Let me read the essay. Princess, I'm to the point where I believe them, but after seeing this documentary and seeing some of the details, I don't think so. I think they actually was messing with each other. I kind of believe that aspect of it, that they were actually, the boys were messing with each other. They flash it where the mom caught them in the shower, soaping up each other. So I think there was some real dark, twisted stuff. And you're right. These were some spoiled brats. They really were. Now, if any of this is true about the father really, verbally abusing them and maybe physically abusing them, that's a possibility too. Birmingham. I remember the whole trial, and whenever it comes on now on Dateline, and yes, yeah. It's like something that I just have to watch every time they put out something on it. I think you think Lyle groomed Eric. I think so too. I think Lyle groomed, but who groomed Lyle? Are we going with the dad? And the mama checking genitals to see if they had any bumps or warts and everything? She's checking Eric because Eric was over there playing in the man pond. So they thought, back in the early 90s and stuff, and in late 80s, everybody thought everybody had AIDS if you was gay. So they was checking it. It was just so weird. They was checking private parts. And I think even though that was some weird stuff to do, I think that's what they started creating this story in regards to them being SA'd by their parents. Yeah, but who groomed Eric? That's my question. You say you wouldn't watch the movie talking, but then profiting off a movie. Yeah. I mean, it was, and see, that's what makes me think also, Tashi, that the way they did it, I mean, close range, big shotguns, as they were sleeping and just blew them away. And then the poor mother was dying, and then she started moving around. They went outside, got some more ammunition out of the trunk, came in there, clocked that thing, and blew her away a few more times. When you do that, there has to be some kind of rooted. It ain't just about they were mean to me. No. We've all been upset with our parents. Our parents have all gotten on our nerves. I get on my daughter's nerves. I'm sure she ain't planning to plot to blow me away. Thank you, Juice Radio. I haven't decorated anything. I just moved over here not too long ago, but I bought some stuff, but I just had to put it up. I bought a cup for this, and I bought some things, but I still have to put some stuff up. It'll look real nice for Christmas, probably. Someone had to feed them that story. Well, they said that Leslie Abrams had a story, another client that they ran with that story, and when she, took them on as defendants, then she fed that to them too. Wasn't you touched? What happened? What'd he do to you? You can conjure up some thoughts if you really want people to go your way. And I think that's what happened. That Leslie Abrams, I remember her. She was always a whippersnapper. Hey, what's up, Ann? Good to see you. You said this is what happens when you say, I don't want my children to grow up like me. Why not? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I want to give my kids more than I had. And definitely. We all want to make sure our kids have more than we have, but it still has to become some responsibility. And they don't say anything, but what they said, he worked at Domino's for a night. He had 2 jobs, and that boy worked at Domino's for 1 day and then came in and quit. So they didn't have to do it. Then the man bought him a car. Lyle bought Lyle a car. And he said right at the dealership, I don't want this garbage. I don't want this. And didn't take it. And the father told the salesman, we're going to have to get something else. I would have told that boy to take the bus. Matter of fact, you don't have to take this car. You can get on the bus and go home. Meet me at the house. Yeah, you're saying he didn't stop. Yeah, maybe that was why the mom got it even worse. Because like it said, it went back and forth. And your thoughts pattern goes back and forth. First, you're like with the kids, and then you're like with the parents, and then you're like, wait a minute. Did she know? But that a lot of that crap goes on in these families, especially of affluent families, and especially of these pastors and bishops and people. They are living this story. That's why we have the Hilliards coming out. Now the Hilliards are coming out. And I believe that them Hilliards, are hiding way more stuff, and we ain't heard yet. I do believe that's what's going on with them Hilliards. But I think we're going to eventually get to the bottom of it. That Hilliard is on every day, trying to act like ain't nothing going on but the rent. But yeah, so that these Menendez wasn't nothing but some bishop so-and-so and apostle so-and-so, pastor so-and-so. Because a lot of time the wives and the mothers, they are hiding a lot of secrets, and then they blow up like Bridget Hilliard. That's right. He wanted a Porsche. He wanted a Porsche. Well, he got that Porsche when they died, didn't he? Went right out there, and they when they first died, they spent about over $700,000. Why they grieved? They was grieving. That's what they were doing. Yeah, but I really think it was a lot of incest going on between the brothers. I'm convinced of that. And then the way they showed them at the parties when they were giving them parties that they was given once the parents died off the parents' money. They was all dancing with each other and rubbing on each other's face, and this was too good. Bravo acting. I think the acting was good. I think, was this a Ryan, what's his name's production? I didn't see his name, but was it? What's the guy who did Dahmer and all this? Was this one of his productions? So this was really good. Ryan Murphy. Okay, that's what I thought, because Ryan Murphy don't play. Right? I think Ryan Murphy, he's edging up on like Steven Spielberg, and Ryan Murphy is good. Yeah. You put up with all this parking, right? You put up with all this, mother first lady, for a parking space and a seat in the church. Well, that's the first lady seat. That's what you putting up with all this? Oh, please. As a social worker, I see and hear all, and I have several cases where the mothers knew the children were being assaulted and they did nothing. Some even suggested oh my goodness. Oh my God, that is crazy. They they put everything spiritual. If it's spiritual, then it's okay. It is finally fall, Yomi. Aren't you happy? Is it fall yet? Is it actually? When's the first day of fall? Did we already have it? Yeah, isn't that the beginning of September or something? First or second week of September? All right, people pressed about choosing. Yeah. I think that everybody wondering who gonna be on the list, on the Diddy list, and worrying what TD Jakes is doing. But they done slept on people like the Hilliards. They done slept on them. And that's a shame Princess is telling the truth, because that is the truth. Yeah. She thought the Santa Maria would heal her of cancer, and she allowed her husband to have a baby with the 13-year-old stepchild. My God, today. Wow. Oh, it started Sunday. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm just eating olives, y'all. And just by themselves. Wow. That is crazy. Okay. Put together on surface, but that kitty Menendez, she was she used to be like a Miss America or something. She was in pageants and things. I'm not sure how far she got. Bless her little blonde heart. But you can tell she was probably one of the ones who liked to keep a certain status in the community, with them living in Beverly Hills and in Calabasas. Then the boys was over there stealing out of robbing homes in Calabasas. How your daddy a millionaire and y'all live in a $5 million house? Well, at that time, it was probably $5 million or more, because I think Beverly Hills house, it was $5 million. So whatever that house in Calabasas, it was up there too. But the boys went on a stealing spree, stealing from people's houses in Calabasas. So the daddy was just embarrassed. So that's why he moved out of Calabasas into Beverly Hills, because he says it was he was just too embarrassed and ashamed to live there anymore since he raised a couple of thieves and a couple of ungrateful brats. Again, I was going back and forth because I was like, well, shoot, did he cause this by his essay? And did he? They talked about them using toothbrushes and shaving utensils, preparing them for the real thing. I didn't know what to believe. But I think after watching it all, I don't know if the parents really did that. I don't know. I don't know if they did. There's a movie on Peacock named 355, and that's pretty good. 355. What's that about? Just kind of give me the basis of it. Sound like bad seed. Not only bad seed, just a whole bad crop. My God. Why would it matter who's on the list? They haven't committed any crime. So why this goes? Well, that's the truth. Everybody's worried about who's on the list. But there was a lot of people who went. If they're going to put everybody's name who was on the Diddy list that went to the party, there's a lot of people that names that I saw that put a picture there today. Regis Philbin was at one of his parties, sitting there smiling just as big. Was anybody freaking off with Regis? I doubt it. So it's just like they're trying to milk the Clark sisters. I mean, we don't know. Y'all forget that Diddy had association with gospel music as well. You know, through Hezekiah Walker, the Brooklyn people, he had association with gospel music. Somebody said the Obamas. I don't know. Back in they could have, when he was a senator or something, maybe went to a Diddy party. I don't know. It's worth watching, but a major trigger warning. So is that you talking about the 355 I am, Talisha? Little tyrants. Yeah, they were stealing. Eric, you always can tell he was a little sweet. He was taking, explicit photos. He was trying to be a model himself. Diddy had parties. It was the after party. Yeah. But you know what? That's my thing. I think these people think they got a list of people that went to the parties. But I think the only way we gonna know who was at them freak offs or them after parties is from the pictures and the videos that the feds got. Now I got to deal with flies back here every now and then. I don't like that. Oh, I got something for you. I can order it right from Amazon. I'm gonna get you, buddy. I don't like no flies. Went to his church. Yeah, he went to his church all the time. Even though he was a good altar boy, Kevin. They try to throw that out. He was a good altar boy. He was a good Catholic altar boy. Yeah. Okay. He said 4 women who link up to help save the world against assassin. Oh, okay. That may be something I want to check out. Come on, Regis, the man who was he been old for a very long time. Yes, he has. Y'all hit that like button for me. But yeah, Regis was there. Matter of fact, where's some other pictures? I saw some other pictures. Let me see if I can pull them out. See who was there. And then that whole Torre thing is coming out again. But Torre's told that story before, but everything is coming back, y'all. The stories we didn't heard already about when Torre asked Diddy to have one of his family members do interning for him, and then the family member abruptly quit, never talked about it. Parties resurfaced. Yeah, but of course that's coming. Everybody's trying to get their click and a view right now. Let's see some of these people. But what I noticed was, and then French Montana was sitting over there with a t-shirt on. But what I noticed was, and I'll show y'all. Get out of here. Can I turn this picture? I can't turn it to make it bigger. I can't turn it to make it bigger, I guess. But look at he had the young boys as waiters and waitresses. You know, they look like, I don't know about you, but I guess they would have to be at least, well, my thing is to serve alcohol, shouldn't they have been 21? Don't look at my nails, y'all. I ain't had no manicure in about 3 weeks. And then they had some girls as well. But I'm like, I know in California, you got to be, maybe it's different in New York, but where we at this party. But I know in California, you got to be 21 to serve alcohol. Even in restaurants, you can't serve the alcohol under 21. What Kevin say? Is Regis still alive? I think he is. I think he's still alive. I think somebody looked that up, but I think Regis is still alive, just like they killed Cicely Tyson again the other day. I think he's still alive. Well, if he's not, ain't no asking Regis about them parties. But even looking back at the Menendez brothers, the party they was having, them looked like some freak offs to me. My God. In Beverly Hills. Yeah. I'm with you, King Shelton. I've always said that. I don't care what grown people do. You know, consensual grown people stuff. Okay, if you're doing 50 of them at a time, 3 at a time, or whatever you're going to do at a time. It's just the illegal substances that were being given if they were not willing or knew anything about them. That's my only thing with that. You can't use the altar boy. No, that attorney was grasping for straws because I'm like, are you really using the altar boy thing? And this man is in his 50s, ain't even a starch Catholic anymore. Done slipped into the Pentecostal church and everything else. Oh, Regis died. Okay, Goonies, thank you. Well, they gonna keep on showing the pictures of whoever was there, dead or alive. I said, oh my goodness. But you know what? I mean, parties are party. When people get drinks in them, and what was they doing? What was he taking out of his hand? Was that drugs or I don't know? French Montana. Well, they always said French Montana was a little. They're around here reading that book too. That Kim Porter book, unauthorized. But I'm really not interested. I want something authorized. That's what I want. I want something nice and authorized. Spooked and nervous. Them Kardashians. Yeah, I mean, you know how much they love some black peen. Them Kardashians, they was gonna go to a party like that for sure. So I'm sure they participated in some things. But who else watched that Menendez? Did y'all watch the Netflix series? So they ended up getting, life without the possibility of parole. My God. I forgot that happened, during the deliberation after the hung jury. They did a hung jury. So the second trial, one of the jurors, she was adamant about giving them the death penalty. She didn't care. She was like, they need to die. They need to die. She was hollering and screaming and carrying on. And she went, and she had a heart attack in the jurors deliberation room. I remember that back when they were talking about, because I was like, oh my God, this is like a real deal drama. And it really was. But I guess they ended up. Me personally, do you guys think? I'm gonna do a poll. Let's see here. Do you agree with the death penalty. Okay, there's a poll. I want y'all to vote. Do you agree, simple, do you agree with the death penalty? So should people should that be an option? Just by how you think, you got to remember, maybe you have a family member that did something wrong. You had a family member that blew away their parents. You still love this family member. Do you still agree with the death penalty? Let's get some votes on there. Of course, it's anonymous vote, so vote your real deal opinion, everybody. Your real deal opinion. You said you would love to serve as a jury like that. But you know what? The thing about that, Princess, is looking at those photos. I don't want to be seeing those photos at night while I'm trying to rest. The photos, I couldn't even imagine the crime scene, the this, the that. Sometimes if you get on one of them good cases, you got to go out and visit the crime scene. See, it sounds exciting, but I think I would have the heebie-jeebies. I don't know if I could actually make that happen. What's up, Candace? Thank you for coming through. we having church outside. You know, you got to take the church out of the four walls, Candace. That's what that's what they say. Take it out of the four walls. Why does it take 15 to 20 years for it to go through? For what to go through? 15 to 20 years for the. Oh, you mean for them to actually execute somebody? I guess they give them a chance for appeals and stuff. But I say, as quick as they took them people, if you're gonna do it thou quickly. Mm-hmm. Tashi said, I had a family member unalive with others in a pow, and the judge messed up and he got life. Oh my God. We wanted. Oh wow. I'll stick to DUIs and drug charges, please. As in, like being on a jury, like give me those little cases. My juries have been. I had a bus driver assistant, like a bus assistant, be accused of manhandling and abusing. He held his head against the window of the bus of a special needs child. Oh, this black boy was bad. He was special needs, but he can cuss like a sailor. He can say anything. Oh, I was on a jury like that. That wasn't bad. It was just a little bit long. We lasted about 2 weeks or so, but ended up we had to go with the assistant. That he just didn't. That assistant on bus assistant did not cause all of the harm that boy. This boy would sit there. They put him in a room. He would sit there and bang his head up against the wall. And now they're trying to make this assistant like this assistant did something, damaged him just for that one incident. No. This badass boy been doing this for a long time. What's up, Nicole C? My other case, it was these folks who blew up their Mercedes, they 500 series Mercedes for the insurance money. That was the 2 cases that I actually sat on trial for. Yeah. There's a lot of wrongful convictions. Yes, we're dealing with one right now. I think Pam, the law intellect, is trying to push that deal out where people can get on the whatever it is to appeal the decision, because somebody is now coming back saying, no, I lied on him, but I think they're about to sizzle him up in a few days or so. So they're trying to stop that conviction. You got to remember, we didn't have a lot of the DNA evidence and things we can kind of prove certain DNA and things. We didn't have that back in the 80s and stuff like that, 70s or earlier. Yeah. You've done one DUI. Did the guy get off? Family made sound that they could call mistrial. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, Leslie Abrams, she tried so hard. That first one was a mistrial, hung jury, but the judge wasn't having it for that second go round. And she was just so irate and ignorant in there. She's kind of the Hollywood type of attorney anyway. And the funny thing about it, and I didn't know this, but during the OJ trial stuff, Menendez and stuff was going on. OJ was in the cell right next to Eric Menendez. Eric Menendez was telling OJ to do a plea bargain. He was like, you got this killer telling this other killer to do a plea bargain. And as we all know, if he would have did the plea bargain, but did OJ live a abundant life? No. Yeah, they were in the next cell. He was like, when they came in, they were like, what's up, Juice? And can we call you Juice? And these was the correctional officers. Can we call you Juice? And blah, blah, blah. And they put him right next to Eric Menendez. And Eric was like, he's like whispering, OJ, is that you? He was like, yes. He said, I'm Eric Menendez. And OJ was like, oh, no shit. They got me in here next to you, this killer. Well, he blew him away and you stabbed him to death. What? Listen, you a little more gruesome, OJ. Let's see. Do you agree with the death penalty? 76%. 72% says yes. 28% so far says no. Y'all keep voting. That's interesting. Finally wasted time watching something. Listen, I can't watch that YSL. I refuse. Last time I seen something, they were saying somebody auntie slept with a detective or DA or something. I don't know. There was something going on. I can't do it. OJ and Menendez kept in touch. Oh, I bet they did. OJ even put money on their books. Wow. That's wild, Goonies. And Brockerick, yeah, first one was mistrial. That was a good story also. Yes, the Ann Brockerich. I remember that. What did she do? I remember that. And what happened in that one? And Ann said OJ didn't do it. Who did it? Who did it, Ann? Who did it, Ann? Who did it? Could you enlighten us? Huh? I need a whole breakdown. It's a clown show and wait too long. Yeah, I don't even know why they're still wasting taxpayers' money over there in Georgia. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, dog? That's what he said. Aaron Brockerick. Yes, I'm sorry. I was like, that's why I couldn't get it together. And somebody said Ann. I couldn't get that together. It's Aaron. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Didn't she try to do like some factory something, was putting out pollution or something weird? Yeah, I think I remember that. Don't forget the Goldman family couldn't touch OJ. No, they couldn't. Was rich people poor. Yeah. Yeah. He's dead now. Ann is praying for his soul. We don't know who did it. It wasn't OJ. Who did it then, y'all? Y'all don't believe that man was about as crazy? Well, we got to look at, though, according to this memoirs or whatever this is that people done found from Kim Porter. Journals or whatever it is. Kind of remind you of OJ, don't it? If I can't have you, nobody will. They better go dig up Kim. Quincy Shore, Quincy Brown, whatever his name is, Quincy Combe, whatever you're taking this week, go dig your mama up and have somebody not connected with your second daddy to do the autopsy. Dig your mama up. What's the difference? She's deceased. Dig her up. At least, we can get some real deal. You can have some good, in your heart, what went on. She unalived her ex-husband and his new young wife. Now I remember that. So that was that Aaron Brockovich? Okay. I'm getting my criminals mixed up. That's nuts. People do crazy stuff for insurance money. Yeah. We know insurance money over there. Sweetie Pies had his own nephew unalive for some insurance money that he never got. Like I said, Quincy Brown, well, whatever he is. Yeah, it said, we don't know. If it don't fit, you must acquit. Well, I think over the months and years, his hand just got a little swollen and it couldn't fit into that leather. And leather does shrink and expand. Okay, real leather does. And some real leather gloves. So, of course, after that amount of time, the gloves wouldn't fit. But that's the genius of Cochran. He knew that. He's no dummy. He wasn't a dummy. He knew that sitting in evidence for that many months or what have you, however it sat in there, he knew that there would be some deformation of that glove. OJ had gotten fatter being in jail. Come on. He knew that. You say it was OJ's oldest son that people keep saying, but what would be his motive? What would be his motive for taking out that woman? Because OJ told him to do it? I don't think so. What's up, Captain Powell? That was Ann, not Aaron. Oh, I can't take y'all. I don't know who Ann and Aaron, all them crooks. I don't know what happened. 95 degree heat with the flies. Oh, you would have taken the tent revival inside. Actually, be quiet. Don't even mention that FLY word. They might come attack me. They ain't been around in a minute. Someone else and OJ got blamed. Oh, I don't know. Y'all, they all criminals, Marvin. All these criminals around here, all y'all need to go to hell. But y'all theories on OJ, I can't get with. Listen, this is like after watching these Menendez boys, I think they a bunch of lies. I don't know if their daddy did and their mama did anything to them. I think they were probably mean to him because they were little spoiled little brats. But I don't know. I mean, they packaged it up in a nice story. It made me think over the years that the daddy and the mama was full of horse. But after watching this series, I don't know. I think they lying on them parents. I don't know. They say Kim daddy too. Oh, you think Kim daddy did it too? Well, didn't they say OJ was sleeping with the mama, the Kardashian mama? That's what they say. And that other girl is OJ. You said OJ didn't do it by himself. Well, there wasn't any proof there that there was a couple of people there, though. See, we got to go back. We got to go back. What about Harrods? Yeah, but about that Harrods, man, they coming in now. They coming back and saying that he raped all them. I guess they're just trying to get some of the Harrods money now, like the estate of Harrods or something. Because ain't he dead? I believe the man dead, right? You would have been a great detective. Listen, I don't watch too much. I don't watch too much of this now. We all done watch some things. I was actually going into criminology for a hot second, a hot one. And I was like, no, that means I got to use a gun. Pow, pow. I only use my gun. Oh, let me stop saying. I only use, my pow, pow when it's necessary. Okay. Look at these hands. Do you see how big these hands are? Throw that football over here, over the wall, and watch me catch it. Was that on was that drinking something in the juice and all that? See, y'all done, I really hate flies. I really do. They were all swingers back then. Just another Diddy. Say, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing new under the sun. Diddy. But what I seen today, they were saying that he's been on drugs for the last 15 years heavily. So I think all of this has just, exasperated and just gotten more ridiculous with Diddy. Diddy don't know how to stop. All you got to do is tell me they've been having, going in for 2 and 3 days. What? Y'all going in for 2 or 3 days? Why? Right. Duty dated Nikki. I heard on Tubi. Duty dated Nikki. Who's Duty? If we did do it, he had the best attorneys that convinced the jurors. Listen, and the thing about it, people don't quite understand. You have to deliberate on the evidence presented to you. You can have your thoughts. Do you think we didn't think that man burnt up his car to get that insurance money, and they were going through financial ruin? But there was one key that Mercedes-Benz of Fresno could not account for. One key. When they bought the car, they gave him 2 keys, but there was 3 keys to the car. See, a good attorney they searched out how many keys were provided for this car. And that one key, they cannot, and good and well, you cannot break in a Mercedes and steal it. It's all about the key fob. If you don't have the key fob, the mess ain't gonna start. BMWs, Jaguars, I've had key fobs for probably 15, 20 years. I ain't used a key in years. But on the flip side of that, it's great because they can't just steal your car. They have to have the key to make that thing start. And so there was one key they couldn't account for. We had to give them the benefit of the doubt. Somebody got the key, came to the, they picked it up from one of the malls here. We saw it. We saw it parked, the surveillance. They showed it to us parked, but all of a sudden then it was gone. But we have to remember, you have to go with the evidence that is presented. Common sense ain't so common when you get into a courtroom. If the attorneys don't bring it out and it doesn't become evidence, you can't consider it. He's gotten sloppy. Did they expose a lot of the evidence in interviews for years? Let me tell you, ain't them interviews just popping up like crazy? Interviews are just coming in, and he's joking. He's on, David Letterman. He's on all these shows just talking about his parties, and we're just getting more of clarification as to what his mind frame was. But yeah, wild. But I encourage everybody to check out the Menendez if you ain't got nothing to look at. It's quite and they made, like I said, that Ryan Murphy makes him such a entertaining. Now, what I don't like is when I guess it's important, but they kind of go backwards and repeat this. And it was 9 episodes that probably could have been in 6. Yeah, it's definitely the watch. It's just like, but it's just like I said, it's not a spoiler. We all know what happened, but it's just the little things that they brought out that were really like aha moments. Like, wow, okay, I got you. Make sure you hit that like button, everybody. Yeah. So it's the Biggie lyrics. It's spilling the tea too. Boy, come to find out, according to this thing, the reason why he didn't like Tupac didn't want to participate in no threesomes, allegedly. So he found an issue with Tupac. And long enough he didn't have Tupac on no recordings or no videos, you can't blackmail him. Whoo, Diddy, you just had to do all that, too much of that blackmail, Diddy. Ooh. He said he heard he was under surveillance before 2018. Might have been. I mean, Catherine Powell, and if that is really her journal, I don't know. It's unauthorized. I don't know. All those stories sound very good and salacious and disgusting and all that, but we got to consider if that's really, really Kim Porter's words or somebody else that was around and they're just telling it from someone else's perspective. So I don't know. Dahmer really had you intrigued. Ryan did a good. Oh, that Dahmer was amazing. That Dahmer series amazing. It was horrible. It was disgusting to really get into the details of Dahmer, but it really laid it out. And that's why I knew when I heard Ryan was doing it, I was like, yeah, I think I got to go watch this one with the Menendez because Ryan Murphy is good. Oh, that drug use will make you sloppy. Yes, Kevin. And that's what people don't understand. Everybody wants, a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more freakier. Oh, can we get just a little tidbit more freakier? Listen here. Bring down your freak level. Bring it down. Oh, we outside. We in my backyard, right? I got to get a new fire pit for over there. It's a fire pit area, so I'm gonna get a nice little fire pit over there. I'm gonna put some lights up, some different things. I already have those little lights up that come on, solar lights that come on at night, but I'm gonna get a strings of lights so I can be chilling back here in the backyard with y'all at night as well. When I have some friends over and stuff, we can actually see something back here. Yeah, if they don't get your clock switch, you call them fast enough. Key to crank it up. As we I know if they can get to your neutral clock switch in your steering column. Oh, if they can get your new okay. Oh, Goonies, you a crook. You a thief. You a thief, ain't you? All the drug. You a thief. Wanted to have sex with other people. I mean, I think we're clear on Diddy and his desire to sleep with multiple people and have people that he's with sleep with multiple. That was Diddy's. That's his thing. I don't think we need a tell-all book to explain that to us. That's it. That's it. That's all. Ooh, I can imagine him detoxing right now, Tashi. Oh, if you ever had time to say Po Diddy, right now is the time. We had a death penalty poll. Only 33 of y'all voted. Tragic. Do you agree with the death? 67% agree with it. 33%. Is that what's the left? The left like the death penalty or don't like it? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't like abortion, but I don't know. I'm living in my new house, like Dorinda, Catherine. Is that you living in a new house? I'm living in my new house. Stop shouting. Stop shouting, Cole. Stop shouting. I'm talking to you. Are you living in your new house? You said all that mess just sounds exhausting and stinky. you know, I'm still trying to get this baby oil thing. And it has to be where like they put out like a plastic and they're having like a baby oil wrestling match. I don't understand this baby oil thing. It has to be everybody just slipping and sliding all over each other, and that's the kink. I don't know. I guess that's the kink. No idea. Mm. MCA told on him, I think. Who's MCA? MCA. You can put names in the chat. I'm actually I listen, I just moved here. I really didn't plan on being outside. I said, you know what? Let me go outside. See, I just saw a fly. You better get out of here, fly. I'm gonna get you. Amazon is gonna give me something to get you with. Actually, I do have those strips. I need to just buy. I bought all them. You know, they have those. I guess you plug them in and some strips, and they attract the insects or whatever. I bought a whole box of the refills and thought I was buying the actual gadget. Don't even got the gadget. Got a whole box of refills. So I need to go and buy the actual gadget. Is probably calling. You better call on Jesus, because guess what he does? He'll answer prayer. It's about all we can do for you. Losing her other home, though. Instead of her losing her other home, I don't know. I didn't get invested in it, Catherine. I know people were reading the story online, which is, I guess, smart to do. They got a lot of Jives read it online. He got a lot of that was a smart little move to get a lot of views. I hope that, you know, the book owner don't come back and strike all these people that's reading it, because it could be a copyright thing, possibly. Maybe. What's up, Dayton? Yeah, that just scared, you know. The only people that like to strike St. James is TD Jakes and Central Productions. When you're dealing with them Stella Awards or the BETs or something, the Central Production that put on, they will strike your ass. Yeah, that's what it is. And it, like, yeah, I'm gonna get that too. Like, I love to hear them sizzle. Paul. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Because I bought some over at my mom's house. I put some out on her pergola, like a couple of them, and they be zzz, zzz. I love it. So matter of fact, I am gonna get some of them. Yeah. That 50-foot bed proved it. Listen, wasn't that a bed? I ain't mad at the bed. The bed is a nice bed. That's a lot of bed for a lot of people. I don't need that big a bed, but I didn't understand the bed on the basketball court. That was weird. That they had a bed on the basketball court. Come on, Puffy. No, he's not. Jives is not. I've seen some other ones reading the journal. I just hope it all works for you in the end. Because they will let you sit there and think you got all the views, and then when they go wrap up, strike. There you go. You don't want to get too many strikes. They'll take away your monetization. You had a moth catch on fire. Ooh, I wish somebody's soul would catch on fire. Catch on fire. There's a whole conspiracy theory that Jay-Z betrayed Diddy. I'm so sick of these people trying to put Jay-Z in it. They're trying to, have Beyonce and Jay-Z divorce. I mean, people are just sitting back with all these freaking theories. And when I go on the YouTube and I see these thumbnails are just so annoying to me. I mean, these are like, you can just know that these people are just waking up with these ideas on their mind. Everybody is doggone Jaguar right now. Everybody is. They got all these weird thumbnails and titles. Ugh. Thank you, Breezy. B214. Everybody got these weird titles of, for when they said that he's on suicide watch. I mean, he's high profile. Everybody goes on that. I mean, he's on his way to check out. I'm glad they read the book. I didn't have to order it. So you're glad they read it, so you didn't have to read it. Order it, yeah. They say it's not that big of a book, 50 pages or 50, 70. I know some in there, some pages. I had them all. We know that. No, they too obvious. We know that. That's a whole conspiracy theory. You know what, Catherine? Listen here. I'll be sure. You're doing a lot of talking now. You ain't came out and flat us tell us that you say Diddy put you in a coma. How did he put you in a coma? Could you expound upon that a little bit more? What exactly are you accusing Diddy of doing that put you in a coma? Now that he's saying, I heard one of the inquiries said, well, Diddy told Kim, I can get rid of you, and I'll get rid of you slowly. I'll get rid of you, through the food, through something you drink, or blah blah blah. So is that what Al B. Sure is saying? Because you punked out before they had him locked up. Now you done got you some balls, and they dropping low. But we ain't really, what's your motive here? Your son barely started back talking to you. And let me tell you this, it's regardless of what people say about your parents. If you love and have a good relationship with your children, it doesn't matter what other people say. They're always going to have a good relationship with you. So if they didn't have a good relationship, Quincy and Al B, that sounds like a problem on Al B's side. Now you're coming out trying to do photo ops with Quincy at the White House and at other places, and you got a whole lot to say. But I don't know if we're listening. What did I miss? What's up, Roslyn? Also not Diddy, but other salacious topics. Yeah, it's really crazy, Roslyn. And I'm like, oh man, these folks are desperate for views, desperate for this money, and they don't care what they say because they're just taking a gamble that that people aren't going to sue them. But by the time people figured out they full of they done already clicked for 30 seconds. All you need is 30 seconds, and that's a view. It's all you need. 30 seconds, and that's a view. That's a count. So it doesn't really matter if it's true or not. You said 60 pages for $22. Okay. Yeah, nobody had anything to say before Cassie came out with her lawsuit. After Cassie came out, and it's interesting that we find out some information even with that. I mean, she wasn't going to say anything. She was going to take it under the chin for some money. If we're believing what the Diddy camp is saying, that they said no to her offer to buy her manuscript or buy the rights to what she was going to put out. Since they said no, that's when she went and filed the lawsuit. But it's our understanding that Diddy was never served. So she knew what she was doing. Like I said, and we wouldn't listen. Now, we've seen that video. There's no question in regards to the abuse. But it's like everybody got a little, money driven. Dayton says, I don't trust if that is the truth. She deceased and not notoriety. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, anybody can, like I said, it can be somebody that she told some things to, and they have put it in journal form, and now it's her journal. Yeah, and he sounds silly. Looks silly too. I think that coma shook something weird in his head. Albie, be quiet. Sit down and pray. Oh, thank you, Really B. Really B TV. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't come out before he got locked up. All of a sudden now it's out. Because that person says, well, he's in jail. He ain't gonna worry about this book. So he ain't gonna worry about, I ain't gonna worry about him suing me right now. He worried about getting out of jail. So this is the perfect time to put the little book out. Yeah. Mm. No, everybody stood by and watched her get beat, K Rich. Everybody stood by Cassie and watched her get abused, and they continued cashing Trump checks, Diddy checks. Putin still waiting. Yes, it's a new house, but Putin still waiting. I don't know what that means. Amani J. Right in the all of a sudden Ali died. I expected invite over cocktail. Well, come on in. When you coming to California, Really B? Are you cruising with us or do you have something to do? I think Cruiser said you had something on that weekend. Are you going on the cruise with us? Drinks on me. Yeah, right, because you got a drink package. But yeah, that'd be cool. I hope you're able to cruise with us sometime. At least that we're doing federal and state law everywhere. Federal and state law everywhere. What that mean, Amaretto? What you mean by that? What you mean? What you mean? Mm-hmm. Really, B, did you watch the Menendez? Did you do a review on it, or are you not interested in that? Y'all go over there and check out Really B TV. She has that regular site and her reviews, so she does a lot of reviews. So Regis died 1-2 years. Yeah, Regis dead, but he was in that picture. Amarado, are you live or you back? You live with me, or you a few hours back? Only been on here a little bit over an hour. She probably had about 30-45 minutes. I can't do the cruise. I already have plans, but I want. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. I don't know. Depends. You can do a couple cruises in a year, so I may have to hop on another one with Cruiser next year as well. We'll see each other soon, but I'll probably be on the East Coast sometime next year. I want to get to DC, get to that area. She said, Brother B says, I reviewed Menendez document. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the show. Okay. I think it's an interesting watch myself. It's not, I think it's TV worthy, and to tell you the truth, I don't have cable anymore. All I do is I have YouTube TV. I cut out cable. It was just a waste. And still, YouTube, I'm on YouTube all the time. So I got to have my power, though. All my stars, I got to have. All my shows on stars. I like Bel Air. I got Peacock. I still do Netflix, but I don't have Hulu. If it come on Hulu, I ain't seeing it. I don't watch Tubi. Tubi free, right? But I still don't watch it. Even though I do like them stupid movies, though. Me and my cousin, really, we always like the stupid movies. Yes, we will clink the glasses soon. Clink. Yes, we will. Didn't April Thornton says she watched it? That's what I said. I went into it one way. I went into it thinking, okay, perhaps, they were partially innocent or whatever. But even over the years, from actually, I listened to on the radio the trial while working back in the 90s, and I was torn. It was so exciting, but after looking at this series, I think the boys are full of shit. What you think, April? I think they're full of it. I don't know if the parents actually essayed them. I think there was some abuse, verbal, some physical, but I don't know if it was sexual. I don't know. It's just so weird to me. I don't know. Yeah, that Lyle was a hothead. Eric was more passive. Eric had a little sugar. You know, he liked the Menses. Um, but Lyle, he was just, then they see, I think, April, if anything was going on ancestral, it was them two brothers together. That's what I think. Hmm. Oh yeah, they definitely were spoiled, ridiculous brats. Breezy, they were horrible spoiled brats. And then when they just went on their shopping spree right afterwards, I'm like, See, I think they knew what they had to do because being threatened so many times that you're out of the wheel, you're out of the wheel. You know, they were robbing houses in Calabasas. How you a millionaire's kid and you robbing houses in Calabasas? Crazy. They give you midnight love. They were very kinky and very weird together. It was something weird. No. I think they was doing things. And that one scene, the mama caught them in the shower lathering up each other. And the mama just said, I hate these kids. They're horrible. The kids are just horrible. Well, you raised them, baby. I'm sorry. But see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then, Lyle groomed Eric, but who groomed Lyle? And I guess it was the dad. Well, they did say that the mama was touching on Jose, Jose's mama, Jose Melinda father's mama was doing stuff to him. Ugh. That stuff is wild, y'all. It goes down. It just goes down from one generation. Unless you really, break those generational curses, you always got an excuse to do what you want to do. Yeah, they say the mama was messing with Jose. Ugh. And then Jose, I remember that he had something to do with the expansion of the group Menudo. He was dipping in, even though he was like a Hertz Corporation guy. Then he went to something else. I really wasn't paying attention to what else he did. I didn't care. But then he got into the music industry and had something to do with Menudo. He didn't need to be around the Menudo boys. Well, I did hear when you listen, have y'all seen the Menudo documentary? I think they accuse Jose of sleeping with the Menudo boys because Jose was a mess when he went out of town. Yeah, the whole family's weird. I believe now it's coming back to me. I saw the group the Menudo documentary, and they talked about the executor. They talked about Jose Melendez. I think he was messing with the Menudo boys. Anybody else see that documentary? That was a good one too. And the Saints, I'm going now. I have to take a nap. Go take a nap. Did anybody else see that Menudo video? Okay, for said they were. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if you look at this, but go back and check out the Menudo story. Because the dad he was played an intricate part of like getting all the merchandise, the merchandise out with Menudo on it. You know, I think the trash is coming. Must be the recycled trash. The regular trash came this morning. I think I hear the recycle. My camera's going slow, y'all. Y'all see it doing something weird? I think it's because I'm outside. But it got like a router and another router. It should work. Get a little warm. It's getting a little warm. We're gonna cut this visit out in the park in my backyard. We're gonna call it the park. Cut this short. Oh, you gotta find that one. Find that one. I can't remember the Menudo story. I can't remember. I don't think it's called the Menudo story. It might be. It's either on Netflix, Prime. It ain't on Hulu because I ain't never got that and never had that. Either Peacock. Somebody look it up. Put it in the chat. Sean Dickerson, they were really. Actually, Jose Menendez was great. Kitty was great. As I said, Ryan Murphy he don't really fail. His stuff, that Dahmer, creepy, but it was good. Good story. Good actors. Good actresses. What's her name was in there? I'm like the preachers. I got to get my hanky. Retreat. We right. We need a retreat. Menudo story. Let me see. Nobody got it. I'm gonna get it for y'all. Menudo. Something was crawling. I thought something was crawling on me. Trying to take me out of here. Menudo story. Let's see. Yeah, Menudo Forever Young. It is on Move. What is it on? I don't know. I think it's called Menudo. Because Ricky Martin used to be in Menudo. They talk about him in there. That was interesting. Something is burning my back. I think it's the sun. It's trying to. Oh, y'all want to run me out of here? That's okay. I'll run up out of my own backyard. Don't worry about it. I thought somebody had put it on there. I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's on HBO Max. That's what it's on. Menudo, Forever Young. It's on HBO. That's what it was on, HBO. Ooh, y'all trying to get me the sun. See if I get back here, it's the sun. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Ooh, all right, y'all. Did my chat stop? Did my chat stop? I think my chat stopped. Yeah, I think my chat stopped. Maybe. Let's end that poll. So the poll was, do you agree with the death penalty? 60% said yes. 40% said no. All right, we're going to end that poll. I think my chat stopped. Saints. Oh, there you go. Oh no, it's still like tripping. Yeah, my chat is tripping. So chance to check that out. I would check it out. I think it's a good watch. It is pretty cool. We all know the story. We all know the outcome. What was really interesting, and I forgot this part. Lyle wore a wig, a, a full out wig. I was like, wow, we're connected. That was crazy. He lost his hair really young because at the time during the trial, I think they were only 22 and 19. I think they're only 22 and 19. For that boy to be bald headed, really young at that young age. Oh, that's another good one. That Aaron Hernandez story. That is a really good. I am really into them types of stories. I love those type of document. Well, they're really serious. A good documentary is good, but I like when they put some good acting and stuff to it. That Aaron Hernandez story is good. Yes, it is. It's 93 in the Valley. Well, let me tell you, I think it was 95 when I came out here. Now, I think it's 98. Yeah, it's time for St. James to retreat. It's about to fry the chat up. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was 95 when I came out of here. It was doable now. It's supposed to be a high of 99 today. I'm about to get over there and get in that pool over there in a few minutes. And I ain't been in the pool yet. Yeah, I'm about to do that. But what other some good documentary? I've seen quite a few good ones. Uh, Baby was bald. I was like, wow, that is crazy. And like I was looking at that, like they were only like on trial 20, 22, and like 19. Hey, when did you lose your hair? Ooh, my God. Mm. But yeah, so that's that flights or night flights or whatever that is. I got to check that out because I have a friend who plays in that, so I want to check that out. But I got to be in the mood to watch something like that. Yeah, I actually had to be in the mood to even watch things like this. This ain't like an everyday occurrence. I don't let this stuff consume my world. That have you going crazy thinking about other stuff, and this especially when it's like true story stuff. Yeah, I don't let a lot of that culted stuff that they be dealing with kids and sex and all that. I don't put a lot of that in my psyche either. That gets my nerves bad. Yeah, so yeah, but so we'll be watching this stuff. We'll be watching what happens next with Diddy. Um, I'm not interested, like I said, in reviewing that journal. I'm just letting everybody else do their thing on it. They'll take the copyright strikes. Y'all do it for us. Y'all take the strikes for us. I'm not interested. It's just turning. But you gotta love California. They were there during the earthquakes. They were in that prison during the earthquakes in I think '94. So that was interesting as well. Eric found him a little black boy he fell in love with in prison. They was doing things with each other. Then they took his lover away. He don't know where they took him. I'm melting. Yeah, I'm melting. Oh, it's 67 degrees in Philly. Oh wow, that's good. They said it was supposed to be like be cooling off. It ain't cooling off. It was cool. It was cool this weekend, but all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. It's all right. I'd rather be on this side than the other side, as that song says. Yeah. Hmm. Um, what are the key points before I get off here? I think that's the only really key points of it all. I think the dad was a perv, maybe, but them kids was doing each. Mm-mm. Then they knew Eric was a punk. Well, I ain't gonna say a punk, but they knew he was, same gender loving. Uh, what else? Hmm. That's about it, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe stress. Maybe. All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. If you want to support the program, $ the St. James Show, or at Zelle and PayPal, the St. James Show at att.net. Thank you for those who sent over the weekend and last week. Again, if you send a Cash App and like to be acknowledged, put that in the chat. I sent you something, or I sent something through Cash App or Zelle or PayPal, and I will acknowledge you. I just want to make sure everybody is kept. Don't need all your business out. You support who you want to support. You don't need all your business out unless you don't mind. All right. What's your thought on Janet Jackson comment on Camilla? Well, I mean, so, and then I saw something that said the manager came out and said that she apologized, but it really wasn't her. So I don't know. Her saying that she wasn't informed or somebody told her the incorrect information. Are we going with that? Is that what the manager says, or is Janet sticking by her heels and saying she don't think Kamala is black? She need to go sit down. That's not like DL Hughley said, honey, sit down. You breathing through a white woman's nose. So you wouldn't know these black people problems. I've never been an avid book reader. I did it for college and for school and for all that, but outsider, I just haven't. I had a Kindle, I have a Kindle, and even the books that I have, I get audio. I I don't know what that is, Princess. I'm just telling you what I do, what I like. But no, I don't have any good suggestion books. How about the Bible? The Bible. That's the book for me. I stand up tall on the word of God. We ain't thinking about Janet Jackson. She's, she don't need to vote. That ain't her interest, I guess. She don't need to vote for Kamala. That's not, you vote for your interest. I guess Kamala ain't her interest. Trump said he ain't gonna run no more if he don't win. Do we believe that liar? He gonna be too old. I think Trump at this point, he's like afraid of being, all the talk he did about Biden. We're gonna give him 4 years. No. You're gonna be older to do it. Y'all see where the Biden was gonna kiss this other white woman, this other blonde he thought was his wife. Ooh, Biden got out just in the nick of time. What San Francisco say? He came just in the nick of time. He was gonna kiss that white woman. He was like this close to her, and then Jill had to come and swoop him right in front of the cameras. Biden didn't know who his wife was. Oh, bless his heart. Mm, mm, mm. Poor Biden. Michael Eric Dyson and the white woman. Michael Eric Dyson got a white woman. Ain't he the black advocate? Well, that's just like the gays. You know, the people against the gay, against the gay, against the gays. You come to find out they've been under the bathroom stalls. They've been the glory holes. They that's what you find out. Eric Dyson, just like Umar. Black, 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 black. And then all of a sudden, they were snow bunnies. But Michael, oh, never mind. Do he even That's the question of the hour. No. You're right. Yeah, we're not interested in what Janet would have to say about anything. Go ahead and keep whispering the songs. Keep giving us pleasure principle. That's what we want you to do. Just keep whispering. Stay off the net. Stay off Beyonce's internet. That's the book, Candace. Yes, stay off the internet, Jan. Oh, you know what my problem is? I'm on top, and y'all go run with that. That was my problem. I wasn't on the live chat. Okay, let me fix that right now. Now it wants to go so. Yeah, you late, Lady Elite. Is it gonna click on or what? This is the first time I've been on the YouTube app on my laptop. Usually it's on my phone. Wait. Yeah, the connection is bad. It says strong though. It just doesn't want to load the chat. Oh, there it is. I'm late. Hey,